and interact with content in DroneDeploy once you connect to the project, which unfortunately cannot be renamed. I made a typo. It says Dinner Summit, Diner, Dinner Summit, Rockfall. Um, you will be presented with a screen like this, and you want to make sure you're under, and view this with Google Chrome is the best way to do it. Um, you're under the Explore tab. So with the Explore tab, I can click and drag, move the imagery around. So this pane down here at the bottom is a map view, or the 2D view, and then there's a 3D model view. Um, and that's something else, and it's an add-on. These two blue markers indicate, one is the manual flight that I did. Let me close that. And the other is the automated flight that I did. So the automated flight is probably better. They're equivalent. But this particular view here is a combination of oblique and nadir images. So in other words, the automated site where I was looking horizontally combined with the automated flight where I was looking nadir or orthogonally or straight down 90 degrees. So I combined those two into this map. So I can zoom in and out of that map, and depending upon your internet connection, it will render that image, and it might take a moment or two depending upon how fast your connection is. Over here you have markers, so you can drop a pin right there and give it a title. I'm going to delete that. There's a linear measurement tool, so if I want to click and drag and find out the area, or not the area, excuse me, the length of that, I double click when I want to end the measurement, and then I'm presented with a profile, cross-sectional profile. We can see the bumps in the road where those rocks are, the length of it, the slope, etc. I'm going to delete that, don't need that. And the same goes for these other tools. If I wanted an area, click multiple times, double click to close the polygon, and I'll be presented with a surface area there. Delete that. And I know I'm going quickly because I don't want this file to be huge. So you can pause and look at stuff. Same thing with volume. If one of the volume of material, let's just use that tool here. Actually, that's not going to work because I'm in a 2D model. But so let's go look at it in 3D instead. So I'm going to click the model icon here at the bottom. The view is going to change. You're going to see this progress bar, this blue bar moving across the screen up here at the top as it's rendering the model view. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I don't know if I can make this window a little bit bigger, but by clicking and dragging and by holding the shift key and click and drag, I can translate the model. Otherwise, I'm going to be rotating as I click and drag. So if I want to kind of translate, in other words, move it around wherever it is in this image viewer, I need to hold the shift key down to do that. And then with my smart mouse, I can zoom in and out. Same thing with the trackball, that sort of thing. And so let's zoom in and kind of look at the area of interest here. And it's still rendering because of this blue progress bar is progressing across the screen, but still getting pretty good image here. Let me translate that up a little bit. So we can see right here that that's the area where's the source. I'll say rock fall source. We can go ahead and mark that, and now let's measure it here. I want to measure, so I'll click once, double click down at the road. We're going to see over here that that's 79 feet vertical height there. Let's remove that. And I could have labeled that. So what else is, this is sort of just the basic stuff. There was that piece right there that that was kind of overhanging. It's still rendering, so it looks a little funky. But if we want to do an inspection and look at the individual images that make up this map, we can turn on the map photos over there on the left, and any one of these photos that let's pick this one here that's outlined in red. I'll click that, and that's going to go ahead and open up the original. Oh, maybe it's because it's still rendering. It would open up the original image. You'll be able to look at the detail of that image. So it's still rendering. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. As I said, I want this thing to be so huge I can't even send it to you in a reasonable amount of time. So the tools are over here on the right. You can do the inspection, and that really allows you to focus on individual photos and take a look at those. There we go. That finished rendering. So I'll show you how I did that again. I close that particular view, and I'm going to say inspect, and that particular photo that was highlighted in red, oh, it's rendering again. Okay, I'm going to end this now. Just play around with it. I mean, that's going to give you the basics here on how you interact with this thing. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this recording right now and compress it.